everything. You can see there's just some to account when we're choosing. We have two different palettes. That her face shape. She has. Hi. Thanks for coming in tonight. How are you? Great. And I'm assuming you're here for your appointment. Fantastic. Okay, well, you could just go ahead and sit right there. Okay, yeah, just right there. Yeah, kind of move your chair up a little bit here closer to me, since I will be doing your makeup. So, may I ask how you heard about our Luxe Cosmetology School? Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we've seen her in here many times. She's such a wonderful customer. Great. Well, we're really happy to have you here. And are you ready to get started? Okay. Before we begin, I do have to ask, would you be okay if we had one of our students observing today? Okay, that would be okay with you? Thank you so much. With our school being a Tier 1 school, we do require our cosmetology students to have, honestly, kind of an obscene amount of observation hours. But it really helps them be much more prepared than any of the other cosmetology schools. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, Shay, come over here. Yeah, come on. So, I would like to introduce you to Shay. Shay, this is our client for this evening. And she has agreed that it would be okay if you observe our session tonight. Okay? Yeah. All right. So, yeah, it's really important for us to have our students observe our clients. That way we can make sure that they're really extra prepared to go out into the real world. Now, do you have any questions for me or for Shay before we get started? No? All right. Well, let's go ahead and begin. So, can I ask first, what type of makeup are you wanting us to do, or is there a particular occasion that you're going to for your makeover tonight? Okay. So she has a party. And what type of party is this? Okay, very cool. So it's a party that your work is putting on. Is there a particular theme to it? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So it's a lunar party. Now I have to ask, is that because of the recent solar eclipse? I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so knowing that, what type of makeup are you wanting? Are you wanting more glam? Is there a particular color scheme? Are you wanting more natural? Just kind of give me all the details. Okay, so you're wanting a little bit more of a glam look. Love that. A midnight theme. Okay, so we do have midnight colors, and we're going to match those colors to you, and we'll make sure that we get your makeup to really go with that theme. Do you want some glittery stuff in there to kind of represent the stars? Okay, awesome. That'll be great. And with the midnight theme, I mean, I'm honestly thinking, let me look at your eye color here a little bit. I mean, I'm honestly thinking like deep blues and purples, but we'll match and kind of see what you think. But is that along the same lines of kind of what you're thinking? Okay, perfect. Okay, great. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started then. Now, before we get started, we typically do like to take a before. Okay, yeah, it's just for, we have a catalog of before and after so we can showcase what we do. Okay, so go ahead and if you'll kind of put your face, your chin is just going to be up just a little bit. Okay, look straight at me. Okay, let me get the picture here. Okay. Yeah, look straight at me. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, if you can just turn this way just a little bit. Want to get this side. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're going to get this other side just a little bit. Okay, yeah, chin up just a smidge for me, hon. Okay. All right, great. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. So, Shay, you see these pictures are going to kind of represent all angles of her face, and that way we can be sure that we're getting the correct viewpoints and perspectives for our before photos. Okay. All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. All right. Okay, so Shay, the first thing we typically do, we're just going to check her in. So we already know the name. Yeah, it's the screen right here. You just type in the first name and last name. And then if you don't mind sharing your date of birth, we have some little birthday gifts and coupons that we give out. Okay? Okay, great. And what's your address? Okay. Zip code? Thank you. Okay, and then the only other things we'll note are just things that she talked about. So we're going to do, it's a work party, and the theme is the lunar theme, and so we're looking for midnight makeup colors. Okay, and then once the screen is complete, you just click enter, and that's pretty much all you need to do. Okay, thank you. Okay, so, to get started, we're really just going to have you kind of sit back and relax. I'm going to walk Shay through the process. We are going to have to get a little bit close. I'm going to scoot your chair just a little bit closer to me so we can really work on your skin, okay? Okay, so the first thing we want to do is always cleanse the skin. Now, are you wearing any type of makeup or skincare products? Okay, so you put on some cream this morning, but nothing really since then. Okay, so even with just that little bit, we do have to make sure we cleanse everything. Okay, so cleanse this, spray this. Okay. Okay, so now that we've sprayed that on this pad, we're gonna wipe. I go kind of in an upward motion. I mean, you can see that there is not a hint of any wrinkles on her face, but we just don't want to be pulling down on the skin. Okay. Okay. And you want to make sure to really focus on cleansing the T-zone, which can typically be a little bit more oily, as I'm sure you know. Yeah, be very thorough with this process. There's no reason to rush through it. Having clean skin is going to really preserve the canvas so that the next time there won't be any blemishes or anything like that. I am going to kind of get a little bit more in depth into some areas. Just make sure we have everything totally clean. Yeah, you can absolutely close your eyes if you need to. Okay, I would say, I would say that that's pretty good. You can kind of tell when the gauze comes back clean, that you've gotten it pretty good, okay? And so we can see now that there is a very nice canvas that we have here to work with, okay? Okay, so we have a very nice canvas to work with, okay? So everything's clean, and the first thing I do, even before I start to analyze the skin and any, imperfections that we may need to work with, is we're really going to work on the eyebrow area, because once you start putting on creams and things like that, it can kind of, get in the way, so we don't want to mess with that. So we always take a brand new, clean spoolie, okay? And it is very important that you always use everything clean. Like I say, we don't want to do any transfer of germs. So I just take one from this. And yeah, there's a lot to choose from in here. You can see there's just so many to choose from. Okay, so we're going to take this one. And we first just kind of want to shape her eyebrows out, okay? So just look straight here at me, okay? And start with your left brow. All the way over to the edge here. You really do have a very nice eyebrow shape. I don't really see much plucking or anything like that we'll need to do. So let's go ahead and go over here to her right eyebrow. Okay. And very similar, we're just going to go up in an upward fashion. Yeah, and make sure to get every last bit of it. And I always, during this process, like to check to see if there's like any sparseness or anything like that. So you can see right here, there's just a little bit of sparseness in her right brow. And that really just lets us know when we're working on filling in, and that we'll put a little bit there before we laminate. Okay. Perfect. Okay, great. So I like to get that process finished before I put the lid back on, before we really do anything else, okay? Okay. Now, once we're done with that, we want to get the color scheme completely ready to go. So I like to take my fabrics here because these fabrics represent some of the colors that we have for eyeshadows and things like that, okay? And we want to compare this to what her eye color is with the skin tone. Is it warm or cool skin tone? What type of rouge we might use, and things of that nature, okay? So when you say midnight tones, I guess I first have to ask, what color is your outfit going to be? Okay, so you're just gonna wear a black, basically a black jumper, essentially. Does it have, how does it have straps, or does it come up? Okay, so it's gonna have a little bit like a collar area, and then it kind of comes like this way down. Okay, perfect. Okay, so when we talk about midnight tones, I want to pick out a few colors that I think might really complement you, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what you think compared to your skin tone, okay? So midnight tones, I mean, that can be really kind of go in a lot of ways. We can do vibrant, we can do dull, we can do matte, we can do glossy. There's just a lot that we can do. Now, let me look straight at me, please. Since you can see Shay, she does have kind of a gray blue eye color. So, because of that, we're going to have to make sure that if we do use blue in her eyeshadow or anything like that, that it's going to be a complementary color and it's not going to clash or anything, okay? And honestly, sometimes with blue, a dark orange looks amazing. I know it sounds wild, but it actually can look amazing. So let's take a look at some of the options that we have here. And I actually don't know if I have a dark orange. Yes, I absolutely do. Okay. So, we have here. Okay, we know you're wearing black. Do you want to have a bold look? Okay, you wouldn't mind bold. Okay. Alright, so we're going to hold up some of these. So this orange next to the eye color. I mean, this could almost be a great, like, just right on the eyelid, like kind of a highlighting color. So let's put this one to the side and just see what we think. Now, we do have this dull blue. This could be almost light enough. Almost light enough. Let's see. Oops. That's too light. That's too light. Then we have this lighter orange yellow. We'll see about that one. I can tell already this one's too light for you. Okay, let's see. We have some purples, blues, kind of maroons, some deep reds. This is too turquoise, this one. I can tell already. And then this blue is too dark for if she's going to be wearing black. But some purples, a little bit of orangey golds just to kind of highlight the little orange flecks that I do see in your eyes could be good. Okay, so we'll set these aside as possibilities for the eyeshadow colors. Okay. Alright, so to start off with, we've already cleaned your skin. We are going to kind of get your skin just a little bit ready, okay? So, Shay, as you can see, just on the cheeks a little bit over here, there is just a little bit of redness with some blemishes, very normal, and it's not noticeable at all, but we do just want to address it. So we have a primer, it's color corrector, and this is going to be a green color, and we're just going to very lightly dab it on, okay? So I really just kind of put it on my fourth finger here. Yeah, just a very little bit, because you can see the green, just a small amount kind of takes care of it. Okay, so look at me. Okay, so we're just gonna do on each little blemish, we're just gonna go pat, 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 pat. That way it's enough on there, but it's also blended in. Okay, pat, 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 pat. Okay, so you can see how that really just kind of takes the redness out just a little bit. Yeah, okay. And I mean, with your skin tone, it really doesn't stand out a lot. You know, some people who have a super pale skin tone, the blemishes can really show. Yours don't show that much, but we just want to correct them ever so slightly, so that they are hidden as well as they can be. Okay. All right. So there we go with your primer. Okay. Let me look in the bag here and see what we have. So I do like to put on a tinted moisturizer first. I think, actually, before we do that, my apologies. We have a skin filter serum, and I just like to put this on the forehead area because this just fills in any little tiny fine line. So we can put it right around the under eyes too, right here. Just for any fine lines. You don't have any wrinkles at all, my dear, but this will just help, with any photos that are being taken. The reflection will just kind of hide anything that you have. So we'll go ahead and put this skin filter serum. We're going to put this on. So you can see when I put it out here, it's a clear serum. Okay, so we're just going to do this. Okay, and we're just going to start to rub it on. So forehead, like I said, forehead's the most important part. Do a little bit in the under eyes. Yeah, you can see just a little bit of the fine lines, so we're just going to get rid of those for her. Perfect. Okay. And I do just like to really blend this in and smooth it in because it does have quite a high yield shine and high yield gloss. So we just don't want it to be overpowering. We don't need a huge glare in pictures. We just need it to kind of blur and correct. It's really, really good at doing that. Yeah, I think that looks really, really good. Okay, can you see how that kind of corrected some of the just little tiny fine lines? Yeah, just a smoother overall surface. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, fantastic. Then, let me rummage through my things here. All kinds of stuff. So, with our skin tone, I think we're going to be using, we've already kind of corrected any of the blemishes, so I think we really just need kind of a BB cream, a skin perfector, and it doesn't have to be anything, we don't need full coverage at all. In fact, the natural look is absolutely more in. So we just want to make sure we're covering anything that needs to be covered and giving you that absolute elevated natural glow. And it's going to come out with your eyes and your eye makeup being really glam. Okay, so we're going to open this up. Okay, put some of this on, and again, this is going to, actually I'm going to put this on with the little poof here. Okay, so look at me. Okay, thank you. And you can close your eyes, please, because I am going to get just a little bit of this on your eyelids, okay? Okay, so we'll start with the forehead, and again, we always go either in a horizontal motion or a little bit of an upward motion. We never go down, okay? It's quite important to remember. Beautiful. And then we're going to get the cheeks. And don't forget the jawline over here and the jawline over here. Yeah. It's easy to do. got your nose here and your chin. It's definitely easy to work with skin that's as good as yours. Yes, we all wish we had that, don't we? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. And I always like to kind of look at it from a little bit far back to make sure that we are kind of getting a good blend. Sometimes you can just be too close. So I do want to make sure of that. Okay, right here a little bit. Okay, so can you see how that added a nice overall kind of blur effect? Absolutely. Okay, fabulous. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. So we are done with the BB cream. Go ahead and put this away. And before we kind of set things out for you, I do want to add, find it here. Okay, so we have this Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape by Tarte. So cute. And this is a perfect little concealer that we're going to actually dab on the little spots that were red. We put the green over them, but this will kind of just seal everything. Okay, we'll get some there. Okay, so we'll go dab, 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 dab. Okay, let me get this one. Yeah, very gentle motion is absolutely required if we don't drop it. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. So you can see how we got all of those just kind of worked in and blended in. Do you hear that wind outside? It's very windy. Okay, so we've got your concealer done, which is amazing. And at this point, I think we want to, let me look through my items here. Before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and do just an ever slight amount of contouring, okay? Now, you can see that her face shape, she has a very delicate jaw and then high cheekbones, so a really nice face shape. However, we just want to add a little bit of dimension and depth kind of under here, okay? So we're just going to do a very small amount of contouring, okay? All right, if you can just look right at me, and we're going to taper right in from the edges of the eyebrows down, and that's going to be a guideline for us, okay? Here we go. And just little dabs, yeah, and then we'll blend it here in a minute. Little dabs. Okay, that's fabulous. Okay, now let's go ahead and blend it out with this brush, okay? I'm just gonna make sure everything's blended. Yeah, and you can see that the more you blend, kind of the more natural, it just looks like a shadow. It's a really nice effect. Wonderful. Alright, we have that all blended out. And at this point, we are going to take this is Toy Factory, and it is a mineral setting powder. So we're going to take this, if I can get it here, take this. Okay, and we are going to get some of this on. Yeah, it's very light. It's almost a translucent. So it's just going to help us set. Okay, yeah, you can look right at me, okay? Yeah. Very good. And this is just going to be very gently kind of dusted over everything. We don't want it to impact any of the makeup that we've already done. Really, the intention is just to set everything and give it that nice matte look. And we're, of course, going to add a little bit of highlights just to give that little bit of pop. Okay, so that is very good. Just overall matte look. Okay. Okay. Now, before we do the highlights, we've got to do the little bit of blush. So we're going to use this. We're going to use this. And we have the Flower. This is actually the Drew Barrymore makeup line, and it has a nice little glow to it. So, and this shade is called Warm Hibiscus. What could be better than that? Okay. Yeah, and you're just gonna kind of put it just a little bit below the apples of the cheeks, just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Yeah, you're doing great. You're just gonna blend it in a little bit. Perfect. Okay. Fabulous. Oops. Go ahead and put that away. I always try to make sure we keep everything in order so that your station does not become a mess. Okay. Now we are going to add just a tiny bit of little highlighter, just a little bit of a highlighter. We don't want too much, but just a small amount. It's going to make this just a small amount. You can kind of see the glow. It's going to make just kind of, again, give it depth and dimension so that, you know, when the light reflects on her cheeks, it'll just kind of pop. You know, it'll give that beautiful, beautiful glow. Okay, so just a little bit on the cheeks. A little bit on the forehead, nose, chin. Just a very small amount. Okay. Make sure we kind of rub that in, blend it in just a little bit. Okay, love that. Absolutely love that. All right, so we have that. And now we do need to do the eyeshadow. So we have two different palettes that we can kind of choose from. There's a lot to look at here, so let me kind of point out some ideas that I'm having. So I think we're ultimately going to use two tones, and I think we'll use kind of toward, let me open this up, toward just a little bit of kind of a highlight on the eyelid. We're going to use this orange. I know it seems wild, but you're wearing a black outfit, so this is just going to pop and make your blue eyes like literally just be amazing. And then I think we will go ahead and use this purple for the deeper color. Okay, kind of set down, and so that's really going to just kind of lead everything out. I think it'll be absolutely gorgeous. Does that sound okay to you? Good. I think it fits in perfectly with the theme as well. Okay, so if you can go ahead and close your eyes for me. Thank you. bit of this orange color here. We're going to put it on just the very kind of near the eyelash line of her eyes. And we're going to make sure that it blends it in. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to blend that in just a little bit. Okay. Alright, and then toward the back, we're going to get this, and this is a super pigmented purple, so we don't need a whole ton of it, okay? We want it to look somewhat natural, so we're just going to kind of put this in the creases. Yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Then we'll blend it in. Yep. Perfect. Okay, it looks really, really, really good. I love that. Okay. Alright, so we have the eyes. Blend that. We don't want anything kind of dropping down onto the cheeks. Okay, perfect. So we have the eyes done, or the eyeshadow I should say is done, which is amazing. And then we are going to I'm going to let that sit for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and laminate the brows. I'm going to laminate your brows, okay? Yeah, this is a really, really, really nice lamination. It will hold them in place all night. Now, the risk with a laminator is that, so once you put it on, it looks fabulous. Like, you can see how her brows are just like there. Like, it seems like it's not going to move, which is amazing. However, if you don't smooth it out, there are little sweat glands in your eyebrows, and that can kind of make it almost like leaves a little bit of a residue, and so you just want to kind of work it into the eyebrows just a little bit. And you can see they're still in the exact same place. It's just worked in just a little bit. It's kind of like glue. Okay, perfect. Okay, that looks absolutely amazing so far. Now, I did want to give you a smidge of eyeliner. Alright, close your eyes for me again. We're just going to do the outer probably half, and just go straight out up toward the eyebrow line. Just a little bit of a wing, nothing too wild, and then we kind of go like this, and it gets at a straight line. Okay, go on the other side. Perfect. Okay, and then we go like this. And you can see how that's a very straight line out to the eyebrow, at the end of the eyebrow. Perfect. Okay, looks really good. Okay, then we're going to take our mascara. And I like to use this Thrive. Now, technically, this is not a waterproof mascara, but it is absolutely water resistant. And the thing I like about this mascara is that it does not fall down. So you're not going to have those black little specks under your eyes, which is needed, necessary. Okay, so look straight at me. Don't look up, don't look down, just look straight at me, okay? And I'm going to tell you to blink when it's time, okay? Okay, here we go, and blink, 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 blink. Okay, again, blink, 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 blink. Okay, again, blink, 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 blink. Okay, so you can see how that really kind of fans her lashes out. And this is just the precursor to the fake lashes that we're going to put on, but we do have to put this on. Okay, again, look straight at me. I'll let you know when it's time to blink, okay? And blink, 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 blink. Okay. Again, blink, 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 blink. Perfect. And one last time. Blink, 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 blink. Okay, perfect. So this will blend in with the fake lashes and just do what we need it to do. Alright, now before we put the setting spray and the fake lashes on, we do need to choose the best lip color, okay? So we have 15 shades right here, 15 shades. Now, keep in mind that we did use kind of an orange and a purple on her eyes, so we need to take that into account when we're choosing her lip color. We also need to take into account the base color of her lips, because that will affect how the lip color is actually going to look once it's fully on. So we don't want anything too purpley or too pinky. We don't want anything over the top orange to compete. This one right up here might be a nice option, especially because her lips do have a little bit of a purple, kind of purple red undertone, so this one might complement her really nicely. But let me just see here. Yeah, what do you think about this one, Shay? Okay, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I think it's great. Okay, and we will go ahead and let's align the lips with this. Hold on just a second. We have more appointments coming through. Let's go ahead and line the lips with this color to kind of dull it down just a little bit. Okay, just make it relax your lips, but just a little bit of a pout. Okay. Okay, go like this. Perfect. Okay, let's put that away. And then we will go ahead and do this lip color. Perfect. Okay. So we have this lip color. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Okay, just give me a little bit of a pout. Gorgeous. When we want to make sure we do get everything all the way into the outer line, but you don't want to go beyond that. Some people say you do to make your lips look bigger. 10 out of 10 people can tell. It doesn't look natural at all. Doesn't look natural, doesn't look kissable. Okay, perfect. Okay, go ahead, let go of this. Amazing. And then the last thing we're going to do is we have the setting spray. And we're just going to spray everything just to kind of keep it set. So that way when you go to your event tonight, you're still going to look fresh and like your makeup was just done moments ago, okay? Close your eyes for me, my dear. Beautiful. 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 Just let that set for a minute. Gorgeous. Yeah, I think that looks really, really good. So, how does this feel for you? Yeah? Yeah, look in the mirror. Tell me what you think. Perfect. Okay, can we go ahead and take an after photo then? Okay. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to get this side. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, fantastic. All right. Do you have any questions for me, my dear? No? Okay. Well, you look wonderful. Have so much fun at your lunar party tonight. And we hope to see you back in the very near future. Okay. All right.